Thank you, Annie, for joining us today. Today I'm with Annie O'Brien from CAP, who's responsible for the membership of Chester Association of Property Professionals. Thank you so much for joining us.
Okay.
And of course, you're lettings manager now at Cavendish Group.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Do you mind telling us a little bit about your journey to where you are at the moment in terms of your new position? Well, it's not a new position of lettings manager. You've been a lettings manager for how long at Cavendish?
Well, yeah, about 6 months now.
6 months.
No, a little bit longer than that. But yeah, I started in the world of residential lettings at the age of 20. First big girl job in an office. Loved it. I worked at Let Alliance doing the referencing admin. So we took care of the reference checks for letting agents, which was really fascinating. I loved just digging around people's statements.
I love that too.
Yeah, I loved it. And then after 2 years doing referencing, I moved into the rent guarantee claims department.
Gosh, interesting.
Yeah, really, really interesting. So it was taking care of claims that letting agents had made in the event that the tenant hadn't paid the rent. So it was to basically make sure landlords were covered for the rent and legal costs associated with seeking possession and all that side of things.
Gosh.
So yeah, that was quite heavy at times because you're dealing with people that are maybe, dealing with financial hardship, potentially going to lose their home. So it was,
Tough.
taking care of those conversations and just making sure the landlords were, protected against those things. And then after that, I did 4 years working in property management, which I absolutely loved. Just being out on the road, doing inspections on houses, speaking to people, just dealing with problems, maintenance issues, deposits, things like that. Really enjoyed all that. And then now I'm over at Cavendish, doing lettings on the front line, bringing on new landlords, finding homes for tenants.
Yeah, and Cavendish is doing so well for lettings, isn't it? I mean, it really is.
Yeah.
Yourself and David have done amazing things over the last few years in relation to letting, so very well done. And it's lovely that you used to work on Grosvenor Street as well, so
feels like home here.
Yeah, wonderful. Right, well, we'll get into some serious questions. First of all, Annie, I thought it would be great to know any advice that you'd like to give to first-time landlords.
So advice I'd give to first-time landlords, if you're looking at renting out a home, whether you've bought it as an investment or if you've somehow come by it and are looking to rent it out, first thing I'd do is a lot of research, make sure you're clued up as to what your obligations are as a landlord. There's a lot of pitfalls, where if you're not up to speed with the legislation and what's required of you as a landlord, you can face quite serious penalties. Definitely engage with a professional local agent.
Yeah, and it is very worrying now, isn't it? It's not like years gone by. I was first a landlord in the late 90s and, there was nowhere near the legislation. But, how many legislations are there now that affect landlords? It's, over 150 or something.
Difficult to put an exact figure on, but...
and ever increasing.
Yeah, the way that the landscape of being a landlord since, like you mentioned now, the 90s, what the Housing Act did in the late 80s to change, the dynamic between the landlords and tenants, which we're now seeing kind of almost backtracked on with the Renters' Rights Act and the Renting Homes Wales Act.
Totally.
Really interesting to see how it's changed in those years. I
hope it doesn't put people off, because I think, I'm a bit biased, but I think there's still no better place to put your money than local bricks and mortar. And, not only can it cash flow very, very well, but capital can appreciate really strongly too. Plus it creates a nice legacy if you ever want to pass anything on to children and stuff. So I think you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Using a good local agent is vitally important to make sure there's no stress in that.
That's it.
What advice would you give to someone looking to start in the world of lettings?
Okay, so the advice I would give someone looking to get into the world of being a letting agent, it's such a fun job. No 2 days are the same.
True.
Just, yeah, go away and study, learn. There's so much information online. There's so many, local experts, for example, in the CAP group that you can really sponge information from. Just have fun. It's such a fun job.
Great advice. Great advice.
Get qualified. Get up to scratch with, what you need to learn to do the job, and just be around the right people.
Superb advice. And what do you think the future holds for the letting industry?
We're seeing a huge change at the moment with the introduction of the Renters' Rights Act and the Renting Homes Wales Act, which will change kind of the landscape of the world of renting properties out. All the advances we see in the world of tech and AI, I think that's really going to make a difference to how we operate.
Isn't it? It's massively changed in the last few months. It's crazy to think what it's going to look like in a few years from now.
That's it.
Okay, so less serious questions now.
Okay.
If you could rent a house to any celebrity, who would it be and why?
I'm going to say Taylor Swift. Yeah.
Nice. I think she'd love it here.
I think she'd love Chester. I think she'd be in maybe Eccleston, somewhere a little bit on the outskirts. Yeah, we'll find her something nice.
That sounds good to me. And which property trend do you secretly wish might disappear?
For me, it's the Facebook advice groups that make me cringe.
Totally, me too. Totally.
Yeah, just trend I'd want to stamp out is unprofessional advice. Speak to a professional.
Yeah.
These aren't things you can get wrong.
Or I met someone in the pub.
Yeah. Yeah, my friend told me I can do this, and this.
Yeah. And I think, again, you touched on it. CAP is such a great... We're so lucky in Chester to have a community of property professionals that they're the go-to, aren't they? Not the man in the pub who might have rented one house once back in the 80s.
It's a great resource hub for just, speaking to, the most experienced and knowledgeable people in our area. Yeah.
Okay, I really want to know this. If you had to live in one of your rented property photos that you've taken, which one would it be?
It'd probably have to be a little cottage in North Wales. Yeah, overlooking the Clwydian Range.
Oh yeah. That sounds like heaven.
Yeah, nice sunrises, I imagine. Yeah.
And sunsets. So, quick fire round. City or countryside?
Country.
Victorian or modern?
Victorian.
Ocean view, mountain view?
Mountain.
Would you rather show a home in the rain or in heat wave?
Definitely in a heat wave.
And finally, what's your favourite Chester building?
Oh, favourite Chester building? Gosh, I'm a big fan of the architect John Douglas.
Yes.
So Grosvenor Park Road, the building on the corner just here.
Yeah, I love that one.
There's one in town near the clock.
Yeah, Uffington House on the river.
Anything John Douglas.
Yeah. The old fire stations. We're so lucky, aren't we? There's all of Bath Street.
Yeah, Bath Street, Grosvenor Park Road, the old police station on the corner overlooking the bars around. Yeah, love them all.
Yeah, lots there. Okay, so every interview we do, we ask for an additional question. So the question from our last interview was, what do you think is the best street to live on in Chester?
Ooh, okay. I actually might have to stick with Grosvenor Park Road.
Yeah. Good choice. Good choice.
Go with that.
Wonderful. And can I ask, have you got a question for our next interviewee, please, Annie?
What is your favourite thing about CAP, and why would you recommend it to someone new to the industry or maybe new to Chester?
Love that. What a great question. Thank you, Annie. It's been
you.
an absolute delight this morning to meet you,
Thank you.
and see you soon. See you at the next meeting.
See you at the next meeting.